and Yulman Stadium. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. It's the Southern Miss Golden Eagles and the Tulane Green Wave. Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe down on the sidelines, and Holly, a little familiarity in this one.
Tulane has had some great success the last couple of years, but now with the new head coach, Will Hall will try to sustain that and remain consistent, keeping Tulane in that college football playoff conversation. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. And the Golden Eagles headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. And he's going to bring it out. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. So the Tulane Green Wave offense takes the field, and they'll have the ball first. Last time these two rivals got together, guys, there were hurt feelings and some dead fish handshakes in the aftermath, and this might be just the recipe to cook up some revenge, Jesse.
Well, they're going to be motivated, that's for sure. The losing team, they have been hearing about that blowout loss now for a very long time. They had this game circled, David, all offseason, hoping to get that payback.
Oh, man, and you get all the quotes, all the people talking about, all those blowhards on all the different networks, i.e. us, talking about how bad it was and how embarrassing it was, and now you get a chance to get some payback. They're excited.
Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Now they'll face 3rd and 4 in their first possession of the game. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
And that is how you silence this raucous crowd. Defensively on the road. First drive of the game, setting the tone, getting a huge sack on 3rd down.
Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. So the Southern Mississippi Golden Eagles offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. And they've got the veteran, this senior quarterback, to guide the ship. He's coming off a tough day in which he threw a couple of interceptions and only 1 touchdown pass. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He's going for it all. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots, so they're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll run play action. It's complete to the left. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
And that's a really good job by the quarterback, man. You run the play action, you want to take a shot. Nice job taking the check down. Running back does the rest and chews up some yardage.
They'll snap it from the 47 on 1st down. Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1. The Golden Eagles with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Off play action. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
What a great play by the defensive tackle. Look, sacks aren't just for very athletic, long defensive ends. These D tackles, man, they use their strength. They push linemen back in the pocket, collapse it, and come away with the sack.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Before this 3rd down play, they're going to take a moment to think it over and call a timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. It'll be 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Hampton. Unloads to the wideout. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
They booted away on 4th down. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. The Green Wave offense makes its way onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Running inside, it's McClure. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And a lot of times the fit up front, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere, and sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Defense a little too eager. That's an encroachment penalty, 5 yards for the offense. Defense really hurt itself with that penalty. Now it's 2nd and 5. On the run, it's McClure. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23. A pickup of 4.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule and it makes those 3rd downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
And he keeps it himself. A good decision there, and it gives this offense a 1st down.
I just love it when my quarterback knows situational football. They run the option. He understands. It's 4th and short. Like, I got to stick my nose in there, get north-south, and try to get that 1st down. I love when I have a quarterback that can do that.
Black 14! Black 14! Sweet cut there. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. They come through with the explosive play, and they'll have the 1st down, but we see a man who is slow to get up, and let's check on him. That is their senior starting wide receiver who the training staff is looking at, and Holly Rowe will get us up to date on his condition. The give to the running back from the shotgun. 7-yard pickup on that one. Is now 2nd and 3.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the foot.
Snags it, and there's running room. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense.
So the offense accepts the penalty, and they'll get a little farther away from their own end zone. Defense made that job a little easier after the encroachment. It's 1st and 5. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Grabbed behind the line, it's McClure. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. And you just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
Using his legs, it's McClure. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down.
Well, in that 3rd down play, they're just trying to get it to him quickly to see if he can do something with it after they catch. But this is a defense that takes pride in their ability to tackle in the open field. That was a fantastic job of rallying to the ball carrier inbounds and getting him down, now setting up 4th.
He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
It's really nice to see this offense bounce back. That first possession, man, they go 3 and out. They really struggled, and now starting to put a drive together, get their feet a little bit wet. Now you can see they're starting to get pretty comfortable.
Plows through the defense. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the 1st down, but a good gain on that play. Tulane looking to put one on the board from the red zone. Motion from the wideout. Trying to run, it's McClure. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, "Sit down, sir."
Trying to pick it up on the ground. Looks as if that'll be enough for a Tulane 1st down.
And I think this is starting to get really frustrating for this defense, man. This is a drive that they're putting play after play together. And you finally force the 3rd down, and they get the 1st down again. And so starting to sub some bodies because they're getting a little bit tired. They've got to find a way to get a 3rd down stop.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. While they have a look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. Under heat, he gets rid of it. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
We're already in the 1st quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
He gives him a fresh set of downs, and this one will be 1st and goal from the 6.
And the offense runs the football, and they get the 1st down. And you kind of get the feeling they've already gone for a 4th down once. Like, they're going to do it again. And that just puts so much pressure on a defense. Like, to play an extra snap over and over again is really difficult. This all
got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Green Wave.
That's a nice job by the offense there in their 2nd drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. Their defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. So that was a lengthy 17-play drive, and they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. The returner will field it and bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Golden Eagles will try to get things moving on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Looking to pass, it's Hampton. Fires to the wideout. Finds his man, it's Sanders. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And the Golden Eagles come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Quickly complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked. Maybe even double-team high-low, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. That's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
Give to the fullback. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be fourth down.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
Don't even think about sending the special teams out on fourth down and 3. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards.
Encroachment defense.
Defense just a little too eager, and that's 5 yards for the O. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. The run inside. It's Hood there to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That's the sophomore running back there taking a look at, and Holly Rowe will let us know what's going on the sideline. Guys, the quarter comes to a close, and Tulane has the lead here as we get a look at the numbers so far. They've switched ends of the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Down goes the quarterback, and they turn second and short into third and long.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his first sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans, and this offense better find out how to slow him down.
Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on third and long. Looking to throw, it's Hampton. Out of the backfield, he's open. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be fourth down and 1.
deep to shallow. That's what I have to understand that as a defensive guy. I take away those passes beyond the sticks, and then I react to those quick throws they have to the running back. It's my athlete versus yours. The defense won that battle.
Handoff to the fullback. And he will not get there. How about this defense stopping that run short?
Low man wins. Defense that time on 4th down was expecting run. You saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
They'll run the counter. Good blocking, good running. Pickup of 6 out to the 30.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
That's a good decision by the quarterback. I know that's not going to come up on the stat sheet, but you're in the pocket, nobody's open. Don't risk turning it over. Just throw it away.
This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. Throws to the wideout. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down.
And 3rd down is money down. I got to have guys that come up big, and really nice job of understanding where am I on the field to make sure I keep that foot in bounds and get the big 1st down.
On the ground with the counter. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
They go right back to him. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
Ooh, and I love the running back here. Running into the blitz, he saw the extra defender. He was able to put his foot in the ground and make a miss. That was a good play.
Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down.
Defenses throughout the week study every 3rd down situation. You got to be ready for what they do, how they do it, and then be able to adjust. Great job by the offense so far having success.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
It's There may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking for room, it's McClure. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line after he picked up 4. They've been very good at moving the chains on 3rd down. 2 for 2 on this drive. This time they need 6. From the gun, wants to pass. And the misconnection on 3rd down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Southern Mississippi has it back, and the Golden Eagle offense headed to the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs, on first down finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points, but they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the grip.
Makes a grab and room to run. Touchdown, Golden Eagles. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Yeah, and if I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. Well, they didn't exactly milk the clock on that drive, did they? 2 plays and into the end zone for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Turner. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Let's check in with Holly Rowe.
Guys, down here on the Tulane sideline, developing story, guys, their best wide receiver is dealing with a few issues. Very banged up here in this game, but he is battling through it, still on the field, trying to perform for his offense. I'll keep you posted on how he's able to adapt here in the game. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
I love when you sell the run like that quarterback did right there. Stuck it in the belly of the running back, pulls it out, runs the play action. Great job of confusing the defense a little bit, making them honor the run, and then throwing the ball in the lanes right behind them.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And it just doesn't get more dominant than that. One-on-one, me versus you, and there's nothing you can do about it, David. I know that's something you know a lot about based on your time at Georgia.
Man, fly off the edge, beat the man as quick as you can. There's so many things that have to go right for you to get a sack. The ball has to be coming out a little bit later. But you know what? When you win that fast and that clean off the line of scrimmage, that is how it's done at the highest level for that defensive end.
The Green Wave put itself in a mess behind the sticks here on second down. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense.
Defense had them backed up, and then they're in the neutral zone, and the offense will say thank you very much. Ready to fire from the pistol. Finds his big tight end. Runs through a man, and he might have space. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back.
False start.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. This third down a little longer after that penalty. Motion from the wide receiver. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Turner. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. That's the junior offensive lineman that they're counting on. We hope he can return to play soon. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. That last howitzer was nice. How about another one just like it? Showing some serious leg strength on that boomer. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. Southern Mississippi will start this drive. The offense looks ready to go. This is a game of swings and momentum and a great opportunity here after scoring on the last drive, getting a stop, and now you have the football back.
They're playing well right now in all 3 phases, and they're complementing each other. So now, David, it's up to the offense here. It's up to this quarterback to lead this offense down the field to get a score.
Yeah, and to stay aggressive, to understand we've had success, we got this going the right way. Now I don't need to change anything. Go back to your go-to plays. That's now got you some momentum back in your favor.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. From the gun, give on the inside. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Hampton. Under fire, makes the grab, breaks into the open, and they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
Well, this guy's not easy to bring down. They just throw him a simple hitch pass, but he's got so many moves out in the open field. You've got to get a lot of hats to the football to get that guy down, prevent him from scoring on big plays.
Punt is in the air. Waves the arm for the fair catch, and the catch is made close to the 30-yard line. The Tulane offense takes the field to open the drive. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Paul.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Trying play action. Makes the grab. It's Thompson. And they're able to make the tackle.
Must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position. That can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
He'll field the punt and see what he can get. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Southern Mississippi ready to send that offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Now they'll run it to the right here. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Hampton. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
The Golden Eagles will punt it away on fourth down. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He's got great speed. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
I know one of the things this offense takes a lot of pride in the passing game is they feel like they can attack every area of the field. They have success when they throw it outside, but they're really good throwing to the middle of the field, too. Quarterback has confidence. There's really good timing in this passing game, and you saw it right there between the QB and his intended target, getting that big catch.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. They give it to him again. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
And it's a good job by this defense, man. They got him in 3rd and short, but, man, they've got to do a better job. If they want to get back in this football game, like, they've got to force some field goals. They've got to force some punts. They've got to force something to go their way, and they've got to be better on 3rd down.
That's just a really nice job by the running back making the first guy miss and going to get positive yards. This guy's got some wiggle, and you saw it on that play.
At the line of scrimmage, but they won't snap it here. They're going to use the timeout instead. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Green Wave with plenty of options here on 2nd and short. Running inside, it's Daniels. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Tulane with an opportunity on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Green Wave.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. So the touchdown drive goes 63 yards. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. On the move from inside is 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Looking downfield, it's Hampton. Sets up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. They'll go with a direct snap. Maybe a crease. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connor.
Guys, welcome into the EA Sports College Football Update Show, the Week 4 edition. So let's dive right in. We begin with the Sam Houston Bearcats taking on the number 13 team, the Texas Tech Red Raiders. And it's Sam Houston State looking to come out on top in what has been a high-scoring affair. And I love that neither team fears this moment. Gotta see which defense is able to make a stand. Now over to your game inside Yulman Stadium. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. We're just about ready to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped shorter than 25. We check in with Holly Rowe.
I caught up with the Green Wave head coach coming out of the locker room. Their defense has got to step up big time right now. They have been struggling at times throughout this season, but right now is a huge moment. With a lead, they have an opportunity on this kickoff to come down and make a big statement. I'll keep you posted on if the defense is able to step up in this huge moment. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Just feeds the running back. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And that's a welcome sight for this offense, man. They really struggled to run the football in the first half. And I promise you, at halftime, in the locker room, first drive, guys, we got to come out, own the line of scrimmage, get the run game going, and that's exactly how they start this half.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. They'll try to pop the draw. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
The give to the fullback. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Out. Here's a little room there. Past the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Southern Mississippi. nothing but a vapor trail left behind that guy, and the defense straight to the burn unit.
And man, that does not feel good. As a defense, you're trying to limit the big plays, keep that guy in front of you. That guy says, wait a minute, I'm way too fast for that. They're going to just need to work on those angles, that's for dang sure.
PAT unit on the field. And it's no good. He missed the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it's finished off with that thrilling 56-yarder for the score.
Number 49 sets a kickoff.
The returner will field it and try to do some business. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. So after watching their defense immediately give up a touchdown drive here in the third quarter, they'll try to answer here. The keeper on the option. Oh, he's got some space. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football. That time on the option play, I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and
makes the grab in their space. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
It's really easy to be a quarterback in an offense that runs the football and then runs play action. It makes it simple. It makes the reads easy. It sucks the linebackers and safeties up where I can just make plays right behind them.
Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back.
False start off offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. You give away 5 like that, it's hard enough to make first downs. 1st and 15 here. Caught in the backfield, it's Lewis. Just keeps moving. Tackled there by the defense.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
Tulane to the line, facing 2nd and short. He breaks a tackle, and he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Could be an alley. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. This time he wants to throw. They're working that left side. Turning it on! The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
And man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And this is exactly how you want to draw it up if you're an offensive coach. Later in the game, you start to get in the second half and you got the lead, and you can be the more physical team. It's really hard for somebody to come back. This defense has got to come up with a stop. They got to get more physical right now in this football game, or it's going to get out of hand.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Offense will take that. Free 5 yards every time. Bad discipline by the defense.
And the defense was anxious to get off the ball quickly. Instead, it's just a little bit closer for the offense. Going with the counter play here. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd and goal.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
He's got him, and they get him down.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tulane!
Love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open, and I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now, and I'm using my athleticism, and I'm getting a score.
Yeah, you love the decision-making. I hate the defense. Why are we dropping back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they finished it off with the score from the 4. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was looking for... room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Dropping back, it's Hampton. The screen, and watch out! And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
From the gun, the ground game. Tackled at the 29. Let's give him 5 on that one.
And a nice crisp run, great job. Maybe expecting pass, in 2nd down, but really good job running the football, committing to it, getting the 1st down.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. The play action fake. Throws for the tight end. And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Gets it to him on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
the screen offensively? When they're blitzing, when they bring pressure, you can throw it right over the top, get it to them, get some space, but they stayed home just enough there to make the play and get the tackle for a loss.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Had it right in his hands in the middle of the field, and it trickled to the ground. It'll be 4th down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks. Pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Hunt is on its way. Makes the catch up to 35. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarm him under for no gain. The Green Wave offense makes its way onto the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
Defense a little too eager on that last one, and now it's 1st and 5. The run inside. It's Daniels. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense.
Neutral zone infraction will push the ball up 5 yards. After that encroachment penalty, it's now 1st and 5. Using his legs, it's Turner. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Caught in the backfield, it's Lewis. Oh, he got loose. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Finds the tight end. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the 2nd half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
From the red zone, looking for a man. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. Finding some room. Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. Big play on the catch. It'll be enough to move the chains, but there is a man still down on the field. That is their sophomore starting wide receiver. Hope he's just shaken up momentarily. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on it. Tulane with an opportunity on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Green Wave! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry, get some emotion, get some momentum on your side.
And they tack on the PAT. It's 31-13. He'll start the return inside his 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard. Before he stopped right there. The Golden Eagles will try to get things moving on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Throwing, White. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Man, this is an unbelievable start for this defender in this game, guy. That's already his second PD in this game. Playing with his eyes, he's breaking on the ball. You just can't start a game any better.
They're dealing with a second and long. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Sanders. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
White from the gun on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
It's so nice when you know. Long, you know a pass is coming. You worked on it all week. Get your feet set at the sticks. Understand that quarterback's got to be rushed. Get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Makes the signal, secures the fair catch, and they'll put it in play at the 37. The Tulane. Takes the field to open the drive. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
We've reached the break, and it's Tulane on top. They've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Back to pass. Hauls it in. They have it at the 43, 3rd and short, trying to avoid making a decision on 4th down. Goes to the option. He'll toss it. And the 4th option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He came so close to pinning them deep, but maybe just a little too greedy. Tried to get it too close, and it'll come out to the 20. Southern Mississippi has it back, and the Golden Eagle offense headed to the field. When the defense got the stop, they could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. They'll run this play from the pistol. They'll try the run. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run are high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a second down and long situation.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. White. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He was looking for running room, but they get him down at the 28, and now they are set up.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passion, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. Pulls it in, it's Lewis. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast. They force a negative play.
Fires to the big fella. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Daniels. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10. Really nice job to move the ball on the ground like that in the big game, but we will need to check on an injured player. The freshman safety still down on the field as he's being attended to by the medical personnel. Here comes Tulane after picking up the 1st down. They'll move the wide receiver. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke, and he stopped for a short gain.
And I think this is the part of the field where your alert should go up. Like the radar should go up. These touch passes, like to get to the perimeter. You've got the middle really secure with bigger bodies and more people in the box. So nice.
Touchdown, Greenway! And the route is on. They've built a little cushion and now closer to getting a victory here in week 4.
Now, that's a nice job by this offense. Nice job putting the drive together late. This might seal this football game. And nice response. It's nice to be home, isn't it? Come back to the home crowd after you've lost a couple games. Get some mojo going back in your way.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he made the extra point without problem. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it.
Number 96, set to kick off.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Southern Mississippi will start this drive. The offense looks ready to go. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Throwing, White. Flips it out on the screen. There he goes. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out and in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. They'll send the back in motion. They go play action with White. Buying some time. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble but couldn't create anything there.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync. And that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Slings it downfield. The short hands. It's Austin. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
That's just a timing route. And if I'm a quarterback and they're going to sit back in zone, when I run those crossers, man, I just wait for that zone window to open up, anticipate it a little bit, chunk that thing, and let my receiver do the rest of the work.
And the Golden Eagles peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34. Third and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. White on the play action. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and that can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. He says he can kick one from 75, but here he's going to need just 58 of them. No good. And I guess they wanted to draw a little closer. Instead, they're still way, way behind.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly, Dave.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
So frustrating for an offense to just give away yards with false start penalties. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start.
False start of offense.
Not much of a decision to make there as the defense will move him back. Quickly out to the tight end. Corralled and brought down by the defense.
Yeah, and what a nice job seeing it, reacting, and throwing. When you run these RPOs, you want to read the defense really quickly. Is he playing run? Okay, boom, I'm going to throw the slant right behind him. Nice job by the QB.
Running inside, it's Daniels. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Got enough for the first. Wide open spaces. Smashes through the tackle. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8.
And as a deep guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
Encroachment defense.
Defense couldn't quite hold its water, and it'll be 5 free yards for the O. And the defense tried to cheat a little space and get in that neutral zone, but it's still first and goal. The run inside, it's Daniels. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
They've got it down to the 3, now it's second and goal. Tries again to get it in. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. They keep nudging it closer, but now it's third and goal from the 1. Wide receiver going in motion. Turning to the running game here on third and goal. He didn't get it. Not only that, he lost yardage. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. And he's made one already, and this one ought to be cake from 21 yards out. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Southern Mississippi ready to send that offense back onto the field. White going for the big play. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now, huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chance to get back in this football game.
Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
The Golden Eagles line up to punt it away. Man, these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. The Green Wave offense makes its way onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
With the catch, it's Lewis. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. The Green Wave lining up, facing 3rd and long. He'll try to get to the marker himself. Knocked down immediately at the line of scrimmage. They bring the punter onto the field now. They'll look to pin him deep. And the ball hits at the 3. Gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Golden Eagles will try to get things moving on offense. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Off the play fake. Oh, they're after him. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks.
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Let it go. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Fires on the move. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. Now, the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Looking downfield on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Saunders. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down. Timeout taken by the offense. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. And the Golden Eagles, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Ready? 180, go! Looking to throw on 1st down. He'll pull it down. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Second down, he'll throw it. Fires to the tight end. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. The Golden Eagles go back to work after moving the chains through the air. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Lets it fly deep downfield. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. It won't matter much in the outcome, but a little extra stat padding is nice. Man, he didn't just put it on his numbers. If he were throwing it at a front porch, he would have put that right in the keyhole. What a precise pass.
Right in the keyhole, right on the button, right on the face mask, whatever it was. Great throw, great timing. Nice job by the quarterback.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Splits the uprights. So it's an 80-yard drive, and the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. One more play to pad the stats. He takes the knee, and it took a while, but they are finally into the win column. When you deal with a rivalry game, you have to live with the outcome for a full year, and this one is going to rest in their minds for the entire season going into next year.
And it's not going to sit well with the losing team. When you lose these, you're going to get hounded, and you're going to get hate. You're going to get social media is going to destroy you about losing to your rival. But you got to put it past you. It is just one game. It's not that big of a deal. Well, that's it. Yeah, it kind of is.
It kind of is a big deal. You're right, David. I mean, a lot of these kids, they played with each other, against each other in high school. They've known each other for a long time. There's going to be a lot of trash talking going on, not just between players, but the fans, their families, coaching staffs. This is a game that's going to get talked about for an entire year. And you talk about wanting to get revenge, it's going to take some time.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.